Welcome to Let's Go, a podcast with Chestnut Mountain Church. Brandon Bridge Farmer, Brandon Sloan, Jared Cagle. We're here in a very special Daniel Fast edition of Let's Go. We've got a banana that's entirely too small and entirely too ripe, as well as a clementine.
I don't think it's too ripe.
There's no way
I think
it's
it's
safe
perfect.
to eat.
No, I would eat this. I'm going to eat this.
How many bruises?
No.
Over
well,
or
maybe
under?
one.
Over under 4.
Under.
That's something you should only use for like banana pudding.
Shonda
Speaking
Millwood,
of,
shout
Shonda
out.
Millwood, shout out for the banana pudding.
Yeah, that we can't have. So
So you say you're going to eat that like now? Or
no, like after this.
What if you ate it during this episode
Yeah, I could.
and we raced you? And if we finished talking before you were finished eating
Before I
these
finished-
tiny snacks.
Oh, both.
Both of them.
Breland, can I have your whatever that is? Look
Well,
how
don't
small
start
that
yet.
is.
Don't start yet. Are we going? Is this a thing?
I-
You actually want to share things in this.
I mean, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Have you prayed about eating that first?
Yep.
Speaking of prayer,
Speaking of prayer.
on your mark, get set, go. Speaking of prayer, we talked about how to pray yesterday. Pastor Brian,
he's falling behind.
He is, yeah. He's got a long way to go. We talked about
Am I
how to
really
pray.
doing
It's up to you. We talked about how to pray yesterday.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Oh my gosh! I mean, if you want to be, late to the party. All right, we got to do this. So, how to pray. Yesterday, Brian Hall, Pastor Brian, talked about our prayer life and how important it is. And one of the things he said was our prayer life has very little to do with the words that come out of our mouth, but it has to do with the posture of our heart. That is critical.
Yeah.
And so in this fast, as we're fasting food and eating tiny bananas and tangerines, clementines, we're not just dieting.
Right.
Can't, dude. You're gonna have to help me.
I don't have a question.
Okay. Well, we gotta seek the
Yeah.
Lord in prayer. That's the point. And as we think through this season that we're in, it is a diet, if not for prayer and seeking the Lord. Would you agree? Okay.
Yes, I would.
Okay. One of the questions that was really challenging for me, he was talking about self-discipline, and he said the only time that we don't like to use the word discipline is when it comes to Christianity. So why is it okay to be disciplined in every other area of our lives except for the area that's most important for us to be disciplined in?
It's kind of a mic drop question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I don't even know if I have an answer because it's like almost rhetorical. It's like, hello, it's so obvious and apparent that like that should be that should be an aspect of our lives. Disciplined in a prayer, disciplined in our walk with the Lord, but it's so often not because we take this word freedom and we think that freedom has to be separate from discipline, but that's not the case.
Wow.
They don't have to totally be separate things. Like, and in this case, they're not. Discipline is a healthy, very freeing thing.
That's good.
In terms of our walk with God.
So good.
Are you done?
Yep.
Wow.
It's a little banana, a little clementine.
Does it speak to the smallness of the fruit, or does it speak to the tenacity
Oh, I think a little bit of
of
both.
Brandon?
Yep. But I do agree. Like, we are disciplined people for everything we love, but as soon as we're chasing after something that we can't necessarily see or put our hands around, we get freaked out by that,
Yeah.
and we are we're so prone to be apathetic in our faith and in our journey after Jesus that we like to make excuses, and we don't want to be pressed on. When the reality is, if we do treasure Jesus above all things, then we'd be willing to discipline ourselves to the most extreme. We should be more disciplined than we are about our health or our family or anything, because when we seek after him with a disciplined mindset in prayer, and what we're trying to achieve can't be achieved without it. And so if we really want that, then that should be the most disciplined area of our life. That will trickle down and affect everything.
So good. So good. I'm so grateful for you being done with the snack, bringing us home. Both of you.
It actually was really good. So
I was worthless in this episode other than a bunch of laughter, but I'm glad y'all were here.
Glad to be here, man.
It's been good.
it's been really good.
Until next time.
Let's go.